Abilene Christian University's director of social clubs is accused of inappropriately touching himself near a North Abilene park. Good afternoon. I'm Kathleen Barkley. David is away today. Getting straight to the details of your top story, Christopher Harrington arrested Monday. Court documents state a witness saw him in his parked car being inappropriate in a public place on April 30th. He's charged with indecent exposure. Harrington was released after posting a $1,000 bond. ACU will not confirm if Harrington was employed with the university at the time of the incident. An online directory shows he was actively employed at the university on April 26th. You can read more on this case at bigcountryhomepage.com. And we'll get to more local news in 60 seconds. First, Dylan's here with your first look at the forecast.
That's right, Kathleen. Today was certainly a bit of a dreary day. We saw some rain throughout the entire day, but definitely not all day. So there's some good news there. Nothing really substantial except for maybe our western and northwestern counties, as that's where the bulk of the rain has been. Again, just on the outskirts of the big country, a couple of heavy showers and storms, but nothing crazy today. Just been a pretty overcast day, some sprinkles at times. Still very cool. Look at that, 54 degrees at 5 in the evening. And tomorrow will be a little bit warmer, but we're keeping those rain chances through at least the first half of the day. We are getting back up to the mid-60s, so a little bit warmer tomorrow, but still a pretty chilly day relative to the average for this time of year. So you still might want a light jacket for most of the day tomorrow. Kathleen?
All right, thanks. Still new information this afternoon. Abilene police asking for help finding 13-year-old Ruby Perez and 12-year-old Alicia Gutierrez. These girls last seen leaving their middle school around 9 this morning here in Abilene. Surveillance footage shows them as they left the school. One of the girls wearing a blue t-shirt and jeans, the other wearing light-colored pants and a camouflage jacket. If you have any information, call Abilene police at that number on your screen, 325-673-8331. Police are also searching for a missing man. 86-year-old George Forkerway was last seen wearing a black or brown jacket and sweatpants. Police say he suffers from a medical condition and his family is concerned. Forkerway last seen driving a 2003 gold Buick to HEB. The license plate number there on your screen, BJ7W599. If you have any information, call Abilene Police at 325-673-8331. Going to crime headlines now, a knife is used to threaten a victim during a carjacking in North Abilene Thursday night. This was on the 2200 block of Overland Trail around 9:20. A police report states a suspect showed the knife, demanding the victim's keys before taking the car and leaving the scene. Police are considering this a case of aggravated robbery. No suspects have been identified. President Trump has declared today Military Spouses Day, and goodness knows they deserve a day of recognition. Military life is no picnic for military spouses as they move their families from base to base. It's hard to find good jobs, even tougher to build a career. There's now an effort in Congress to make it easier for military spouses to continue careers that require licensing like nursing, dentistry, and teaching by making those licenses portable. Washington correspondent Bree Jackson has more.
I know the mission comes first, and so we move roughly every 2 to 3 years.
Brittany Bocher is a military spouse who works in education. Right now, she lives in Arkansas, but when her husband transfers from base to base, she has to leave her career behind.
Sacrificing what I worked hard to achieve, I am not the only one.
Second Lady Karen Pence's son serves in the Marines. She says employment challenges hurt military spouses and their families.
Spouses are the backbone of the military families.
As a result of transfers, many military spouses are either unemployed or underemployed. Now there's a bipartisan effort to make it easier for families to make a living.
Our bill authorizes the Pentagon to help states create uniform standards for occupational licenses that military spouses need.
Republican Senator Tom Cotton and Democrat Jean Shaheen are co-sponsors of the Portable Certification of Spouses Act.
And hopefully this legislation will ease the burden that military spouses face as they practice their professions and move their businesses across the country.
It would establish a universal standard for fields like teaching, nursing, and other licensed professions and help the spouses keep their careers.
You are giving them the gift of having their family and fulfilling their calling through their career.
And Defense Department officials say happy families help keep our military men and women focused on their jobs. In Washington, Bree Jackson.
Well, school is coming to an end and some Wiley teachers are celebrating, but not because summer is near.
A winner, we have a winner. You have won your teacher grant.
The Wiley Education Foundation awarding $30,000 to district teachers today. The grants are given for specific needs in the classroom. Teachers will be able to use the money for new technology or new equipment. A high school art teacher received more than $700,000 for storage space for her students' projects.
They'll love it. It just makes more room for the kids to work. I mean, they spread out. A lot of times we do big projects, and so they need a lot of room. And if they have extra room, because we're not taking it up with our supplies on the floor, then it'll be great for them.
The Wiley Education Foundation has been giving out these grants for 10 years. They say they hope to grant more money as the district enrollment continues to grow. Well, yesterday we told you about a new alliance bringing big country manufacturers all together at one table. And now we're taking a closer look at the groups involved. The Big Country Manufacturing Alliance includes companies like USG in Sweetwater, Abbey Mar Foods here in Abilene, and other groups. Teaming up allows these companies to get new workers trained. It also helps keep workers in the big country after they graduate.
Our support partners are able to listen to those problems and start to understand the perspective the manufacturers are coming from so that they provide the right assistance that the companies need.
BCMA officials say there are around 70 manufacturing plants in the area, and they're hoping to add all of them to their list. Now, the Comanche, where a group of volunteers are working together to bring new life to the downtown area. A building was donated by a local family, the group deciding to open a mercantile store and a soda shop. All funds from the stores go right back into the community.
I've practiced dentistry here for 40 years, and I've been really busy, and I had an opportunity to do something for the community, so here I am. Here we all are. We all donated a lot of time and money to do this.
And the group plans to open an artist room in the Mercantile to show off the artwork of community members. They also hope to host classes there. Coming up next on First at 5, summer vacations mean road trips. But how do you stay healthy on those long trips? We'll have tips on how to pack a healthy road trip bag after the break.
And our weekend forecast is looking really good, at least for Sunday. Could see some more rain tomorrow. I'll break that down for you in the forecast coming up next.
This is KRBC, Abilene's local news at 5. With Kathleen Barkley, David Bacon, and Chief Meteorologist Dylan Smith. Now, your KRBC Storm.
If you're heading out on vacation, don't.
Now, your KRBC Storm Team Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Dylan Smith.
Has a feel to make history for today. This is the record lowest high temperature since 94. We saw 66 in 94 today. Well, let's just see what we're at right now. 55 degrees. This is not official yet. but I don't see us warming up another 12 degrees in the next hour or so. So it has been a very chilly day. This morning started out in the mid-40s. We were just 2 degrees shy of record low temperatures, and then the high temperature again, that's record high, but we have the record low high temperature for the day, if you can follow that. Proud of you for that. About 1/100 of an inch out there for us. We have seen on and off showers all day today, but nothing really substantial when it comes to widespread heavy rainfall, not like we saw earlier this past week. A lot of the showers and storms in our western and northwestern counties, and again, we haven't seen anything strong to severe, and if we see this continue into the overnight hours, we are not expecting anything to stay strong to severe at all, not even get there, that part. So we might see some couple rumbles of thunder and lightning, but that'll be the extent of what we're expecting overnight tonight. 54 outside, we are pretty much, we've already peaked for the day. We saw 55 again here in Abilene, and that's about where we're going to stay as temperatures are already falling right now. Temperatures across the area, upper 40, look at this, 46 for Snyder, a little bit warmer down to the southeast, up near 60, but definitely been a very chilly day. You're talking average high is 80 to 83, so that's over 30, almost 40 degrees cooler than normal for this time of year. So that is pretty crazy, if I might say so myself. Let's take a look at what's coming up later on this evening. So we could get a little break from the rain, but just still anticipating some showers throughout the next few hours. Through the overnight hours, could see a couple of storms, and like I said, a few rumbles of thunder, but we're not anticipating anything strong to severe for tonight. So you can rest easy knowing that, again, maybe a couple rumbles of thunder, but nothing really to worry about. Through tomorrow morning, keeping about a 20 to 30, maybe even 40% chance of rain. I think this model's overblowing it a little bit, but it's still showing some rain through the morning hours, so that's what we're going with for tomorrow. Could get a break by the afternoon, and then we are anticipating maybe, just maybe, out of the west by the evening hours as we move into the evening hours, something coming out of the west and could make it two parts of the big country by tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. So just keep that in mind. Mother's Day, though, is looking very, very nice still. So tomorrow, still keeping some rain chances through at least the first half of the day and maybe get a break in the afternoon, picking them back up by the evening hours. But by Sunday, here comes Mother's Day. Skies are clearing out for the most part. Should be pretty sunny generally as well. Much warmer than it was today by about 20 degrees, so back to the mid-70s. We'll keep that for pretty much the rest of the forecast period heading into next week. And we're picking up rain chances again on Mondays. So just in time for Mother's Day, we're losing the rain chances. So if you have outdoor plans, maybe you're grilling or barbecuing, definitely going to be a very nice Sunday to get outside. Maybe a little bit muggy, still a little muddy from all of the rain that we've seen, but the temperatures will warm up, the skies will clear out, so it'll be a nice sunny day to get outside. Good picture taking day, if you will. The winds are luckily staying relatively light and calm for the next couple of days, so all in all, a very, very pleasant forecast coming up.
All right, and that's exactly what the moms want to hear.
Get outside, enjoy time with the family, the kids. Yeah,
and
exactly.
You said the key words, take pictures with mom. That's
yes,
what we want.
Yes, and we'll hopefully show those sometime soon.
Absolutely. All right, thanks, Dylan. Well, if you're hitting the road or the skies this summer, you may want to pack a snack. Traveling can wreak havoc on your diet, so be sure to plan ahead. In today's Health Minute, Jeremy Roth has travel-friendly snacks to keep you on track.
If you're heading out on vacation, don't derail your diet. Take some healthy snacks to keep the munchies at bay. Airport security is strict on liquids, but not so much on sandwiches. Toss a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in a baggie and be sure to toast the bread first to prevent sogginess. Maybe trail mix is more your style? Well, lots of store-bought trail mix has added sugar and extra calories, so switch it up and make your own at home with nuts, dried fruit, and granola. If you're looking for something more grab and go, toss a packet of instant oatmeal into your bag before you leave town. All you have to do is ask a barista or flight attendant for a cup of hot water. But if you expect hot water may be hard to come by, breakfast bars are easy to find and are great if you're hungry between meals. Look for nut and granola-based bars that are high in protein and fiber. It's easy to overindulge and ruin your diet while on vacation, so think ahead and pack some snacks to stay healthy. For today's Health Minute, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Up next on your local news, parts of Texas continue to brace for more heavy storms. We'll get the latest from Houston in our Texas report when we come back. Stay with us.
You're watching KRBC, Abilene.
Two to 3 inches of rain per hour, so 2 to 3 inches of
You're watching KRBC, Abilene's local news.
Thanks for staying with us. Houston geared up for more heavy rain late Friday into Saturday after a frantic night of pounding storms, flash floods, and reports of high water and stranded motorists. Oscar Jimenez is in Houston with the latest in our Texas report.
2 to 3 inches of rain per hour soaked the Houston metro area overnight, bringing with it large hail and lightning. The Houston Police Department says Interstate 10 was closed overnight with dozens of vehicles trapped. Several creeks and rivers have washed over their banks, forcing nearby residents and businesses to evacuate. For some of those areas, this is the second time this week they've gone through this.
It's about knee deep in here. So and out there it was even worse, trying to float down the street, trying to get to higher ground.
Other parts of the southeast are getting hammered too. In Mississippi, a woman was pulled from her car in a flooded ditch after trying to avoid a washed out street.
She was actually trying to do the right thing, turn around, but however the water had gotten to a point to where the white line wasn't visible, and she ran off the side of the road as opposed to turning into the driveway.
About 20 million people from Texas into Louisiana and Arkansas are at risk of flash flooding. The storm is expected to go well into Saturday before letting up.
We have our plans ready and prepared in the Office of Emergency Management to respond to these types of weather events. We anticipate it this time of year.
In Houston, I'm Omar Jimenez reporting.
Starting today, Dallas will require certain new businesses, including restaurants, to make baby changing stations available to moms and dads. Allie Spilliard spoke with a Dallas dad who fought to make this happen.
When it comes to being a dad, Chris Fox gives his all for 11-month-old Hampton, which includes fighting for a change that could make life better for all Dallas dads.
When I first started, I wanted there to be a diaper changing station in every men's restroom in every single building in the city of Dallas.
It was last October when Fox first told us about the challenge in finding restaurants where he could change a diaper just as easily as his wife. Currently, there are just a few, like Texas-based Hat Creek Burger Company.
We believe that there's a lot of dads that come up with their kids, and they need to change their kids as much as a mom does.
But for Fox, a few wasn't enough, so he decided to go to city council.
I've learned a lot about the political process.
And after 7 months, he got it. Approval for a requirement for city buildings and some new businesses to have changing stations, not only in women's restrooms, but also men's.
I mean, it should have already happened, and this is long overdue.
Still, it's a lesson for him, and perhaps one day his son, that anyone can make a difference.
The more you push, and the more you push, and the more you push, you're eventually going to get somewhere. And if you just stay determined, then you can make change.
All right, thanks for that report. Now, their sweet treats advertised as the secret to helping nursing mothers by boosting a mother's breast milk supply. Many products on the market targeting breastfeeding moms, but how do they work and who really needs them? Bianca Castro asked the experts. All right, there's an issue with the audio on that. We'll get that fixed for you guys. But coming up on your local news, we'll have a look at your top headlines and another check of your forecast. Stay with us.
You're watching KRBC, Abilene. You're watching KRBC, Abilene's local news.
Well, thanks for staying with us. In case you're just joining us, here's what you missed at the top of the hour. Abilene Christian University's director of social clubs accused of inappropriately touching himself near a North Abilene park. Christopher Harrington arrested Monday. Court documents state a witness saw him in his parked car being inappropriate in a public place on April 30th. He's charged with indecent exposure. Harrington was released after posting a $1,000 bond. ACU will not confirm if Harrington was employed with the university at the time of the incident. An online directory shows he was actively employed at the university on April 26th. You can read more on this case at bigcountryhomepage.com. A knife is used to threaten a victim during a carjacking in North Abilene Thursday night. This was on the 2200 block of Overland Trail around 9:20. A police report states a suspect showed that knife, demanding the victim's keys before taking the car and leaving the scene. Police are considering this a case of aggravated robbery. No suspects have been identified. Well, school is coming to an end and some Wiley teachers are celebrating, but not because summer vacation is near. The Wiley Education Foundation awarding $30,000 to district teachers today. The grants are given for specific needs in the classroom. Teachers will be able to use the money for new technology or new equipment. The Wiley Education Foundation has been giving out these grants for 10 years. Well, yesterday we told you about a new alliance bringing big country manufacturers all together at one table. And now we're taking a closer look at the groups involved. The Big Country Manufacturing Alliance includes companies like USG and Sweetwater, Abimar Foods and Abilene, and other companies. Teaming up allows these companies to get new workers trained. It also helps keep workers in the big country after graduation.
Our support partners are able to listen to those problems and start to understand the perspective the manufacturers are coming from, so that they provide the right assistance that the companies need.
BCMA officials say there are around 70 manufacturing plants in the big country. They're hoping to add all of them to that list. Now to Comanche, where a group of volunteers are working together to bring new life to their downtown area. A building was donated by a local family. The group decided to open a mercantile store and a soda shop. All funds from these stores will go right back into the local community.
I've practiced dentistry here for 40 years and I've been really busy, and I had an opportunity to do something for the community, so here I am. Here we all are. We all donated a lot of time and money to do this.
The group plans to open an artist room in the mercantile to show off artwork of the community members. They also hope to host classes, and KRBC's Kelsey Pittman will have more on this tonight at 6. Up next on KRBC News at 5, Dylan will have another check of your forecast. Stay with us. But first, here's what you can catch on NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Ahead for us tonight, recalls of contaminated blood pressure medications raising serious questions about drug ingredients made overseas and who's watching over them. Also, some deflating news about balloons and the helium that fills them when we see you back here tonight.
Mother's Day is just in 2 days, 2 very quick days, and we have some rain chances at least through tomorrow. Nothing super widespread, but definitely a few scattered showers just like today was. Some sprinkles on and off throughout the day. Tomorrow, still pretty cool in the mid-60s, which will be warmer than today by about 10 degrees. Today we stayed in the mid-50s, so it was a pretty chilly day and cloudy. Tomorrow will be very similar, but a little warmer heading into Sunday. Beautiful Mother's Day coming up, plenty of sunshine, nice warmer temperatures in the mid-70s, and we do slowly warm throughout the rest of next week, but we do have some more rain chances Monday and Tuesday coming up.
All right, good to see a beautiful weekend forecast, especially because we have so much going on in Abilene this weekend.
Not just Mother's Day, but a lot of different things.
So. All right, thanks, Dylan. Well, that's your local news first at 5. NBC Nightly News is coming up next.
We'll see you back here at 6. Thanks.